military spouse mourning the unexpected death of her husband reached out to us here at News 5 after months of frustration trying to acquire her husband's medical records from the Department of Veterans Affairs.
And Patrick Nelson joins us live in the newsroom this morning. And Patrick, you got involved and found out that she is not alone in these drawn-out challenges.
It's true. I first learned about Tara Burke's story when she reached out to us through our News 5 tip line and an email. And she says she needed to access her late husband's VA medical records in order to collect on his life insurance policy. She says after his unexpected death, the bills were piling up. She says a series of calls and emails were getting her nowhere with the VA.
It's obviously an emotional subject, and you want to move on, and I can't do that.
In Walsenburg, Tara Burke is still dealing with the heartache of losing her husband.
He succumbed to a staph infection that we're not even sure how he caught it.
Tara says after getting that infection, her husband Robert passed away unexpectedly in September. His life highlighted by decades of military service.
My husband has had a very long career, was in the Air Force and then also the Marines, active duty, served in Iraq, was in a plane crash in Afghanistan, which led to some of his injuries.
In order to collect on Robert's life insurance policy, Tara says she needed medical records from the VA, but her requests were being ignored.
I keep checking my email, hoping I'll have a response from the VA, and the initial emails that I've gotten from them where they actually have acknowledged that they have these records requests, I respond back to those emails, asking for updates, and it's just nothing.
Sharing her experiences with other military families on social media, she quickly learned she wasn't alone in experiencing frustrations with the sluggish VA.
It's, hard to see just because of all the things that he did and what our other veterans do for the country, and there's a missing link somewhere that's keeping everybody from being able to move forward.
Tara decided to contact News 5, and I told her in addition to sharing her story with us, she needed to reach out to Colorado's state and national lawmakers. It's something she says Robert would have wanted too.
I know he'd be proud of, me taking these extra steps.
News of Tara's struggle getting Robert's medical records from the VA reached Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's office. Her staff took action, helping Tara to finally secure those records.
I'm honored that we were able to help Ms. Burke with this issue. It's terrible that she had to wait so long to receive these benefits. A military spouse waiting 7 months for a simple records request is absolutely unacceptable.
I've heard these stories time and time again from veterans saying, they've made calls, they've opened up tickets, and they just feel like, they're not being heard.
This is something that we hear about all the time, and there are many pieces of legislation that have been introduced and are still being worked on to improve the Veterans Administration. But it is very frustrating when even the call takers are saying, we can't do anything. You have to call your representative, your member of Congress, to solve this.
As our nation's lawmakers try to find solutions to the ongoing VA challenges facing our military members and their families, Tara says she's learned some important lessons during this experience and wants to be part of the solution too.
Know that there's help out there. You just have to search for it. And now that I'm asking for help, people are there.
And something I want to show you this morning, this is the VA website. It says for disability-related claims, the average wait time to make a decision on those, more than 102 days. So veterans are no stranger to having to wait dealing with issues with the VA. Something I learned in this process is that most of our state and nation's lawmakers have staff members that are dedicated to helping our military members and their families navigate VA issues. So if you are one of those folks that is dealing with something like this, they want you to reach out right away so they can get involved. Back to you.